welcome to Chita Diaries. Sorry for this ghetto setup, but it's literally been raining like the whole weekend, and I don't have fancy equipment. Like it'll pick up the rain, so here I am with my headsets. But I will, like, when the rain stops, I will be pausing and using like my phone's audio. So if the audio is in and out, I apologize. But Happy New Year. Welcome to 2023. As you can see from the title, this video is about my intentions for the new year. And I actually wanted to make this video like first week of January. I sat down, wrote down what I wanted to say, and of course I had thought about it beforehand because like it's real life. Like I'm not just saying this for content. Like it's things that I wanted to do for myself. But then there was one particular aspect that I've been struggling with for a while, and it just made me feel very inadequate. And I was kind of sad about it. And I chose like not to do the video, but after like a week or so, I was like, you know what? Let me do it anyways. Like drowning in self-pity has never done anything for me. Like it's like nothing good has come out of self-pity. Like it's such an unproductive thing to indulge in. So I was like let me just get off of my butt and be optimistic about the other things that I can do or that I believe I can achieve. Yes, while I'm still working on that one thing that I'm struggling with. Doggy, like, let's not do this today. Sorry, my cat's in the room. But yeah, let's get into it. Just like like as a preface to what I'm going to discuss, I also leave timestamps in the description box for people with short attention spans. That I totally respect that. If you don't like long videos, I will leave timestamps of whatever I'm going to talk about. The first thing I will talk about is what my plans are for my hair care, because like yeah, that's like the main thing people care about. I will talk about my hair care. I will talk about my diet. Yeah, I will get into that. I will talk about school. I will talk about school and then end with just some personal intentions for myself and conclude with, yeah, my plans for this YouTube channel. So, yeah, we shall get into it. Okay. The rains have stopped for a bit. So, in terms of my hair care, honestly, the beginning of 2022, I talked about how I was going to have fun in 2022, whether I cut my hair, colored it, like I wanted to have fun. I wasn't, going to obsess over length retention. And ironically, that was the year my hair grew the most. This is the longest my hair has ever been. When I was relaxed, I did have APL hair, but I feel like my hair is now past the longest that my relaxed year has ever been. And it was during a year when I wasn't even, consciously thinking about growing my hair long. Not that it was long, but like just taking care of it, making sure I had a simple, hair care routine seemingly worked. I wasn't overthinking it. I wasn't doing anything to enhance growth or make a fast hair growth. Like literally, I just took care of my hair and it's seemingly thrived. So I will continue with that this year. I'm not doing anything different, though I will increase how often I get knotless braids. I actually love knotless braids. They've been working for me. Oh, the rain's back. Just a second. So yeah, um, I love knotless braids as a long-term protective style, and it just gives me a chance to not be in my hair that often, especially during periods when I'm really busy. Like having to stress about how your hair looks can be annoying and everything. So having knotless braids to me is a seemingly, good hairstyle. And I go to a hair salon that leaves my edges alone, as you can see, because I barely even have any edges. So my long-term protective style of choice will be knotless braids. The only thing I'm going to do different is maybe just change up color because I love, just having different color with regards to my knotless braids. Then in terms of hair products, honestly, I'm sorry to disappoint you guys, but I will not be doing any like major hair care hair care line reviews. Like I have staple products that work. I will leave a link in the description box for like, my hair care routine from 2022. I will literally be following that. Like maybe I might pop in here and there to just give an updated, routine for this year, 2023. But honestly, I'm not switching up anything. What has been working for me in the past is what I'm going to continue with. Like Yeah, so like I'm sorry there won't be any new product reviews in terms of styling videos. Like I literally have a playlist, you guys. I have a whole playlist of natural hair care videos. You can just go to my channel, go to playlist, you find one that says natural hair videos. Like just scroll through it for my styling videos, and I feel like I've done every single style that there is. So except flat ironing my hair. No, actually I have, though it was a fail. I didn't do it myself. But point is, I have a whole bunch of videos, so I don't want to lie and say that this year I will give you a whole bunch of hair care videos. Yeah, anyways, like we'll get into what I plan for the channel. So yeah, in terms of my hair care, like I said, knotless braids will be my long-term protective style of choice. I will continue with the hair care routine that I have, where when I have my hair out, weekly shampooing and deep conditioning will be compulsory. That seems to, do like wonders for my hair, as well as thoroughly moisturizing it and, alternating between, low manipulation hairstyles and having fun with my hair. Like I still want to have fun with my hair. And then something else I want to do this year is trim my hair at least 3 times. Last year I did it twice. I want to trim my hair at least 3 times. So every 4 months, I want to schedule a trim. I do wet trims. Okay, I do wet trims. I've been doing wet trims since the end of 2018. I go to 1%. I've strayed away. Okay, I've strayed away. Had two other people do wet trims on me and I cried. I've talked about this before. I literally go to one person. He's called Anderson at a hair salon called Afropology. I don't know. Maybe you might have a different experience, but for me, he has been shaping my hair. I love it. I don't like, I am yet to feel the need to blow dry and trim my hair. I might one day, but that's working for me. That's working for me. Oh, and I forgot to mention. So, Anderson at Anthropology, he does my wet trims. Knotless braids, I go to a hair salon called Her Roots. Like, that's the only place I'll be going to where I do knotless braids. Okay, I love how they do it. And then the last hair service that I will be doing, of course, is color. Like if you aren't new, you know that I have color treated hair. Esnat from Anthropology is the only person who will be doing my highlights when she's in town. Because unfortunately, she moved to the Copper Belt. But when she's in town, she will be doing my highlights, and that will be just once a year. I feel like I can manage once a year to just retouch my roots, and then the way she does it, it always grows out. So the more new growth I have, the more my colored hair will just look like I have tips, like like bleach tips or just colored tips. It will still look nice. So that's pretty much it where my hair is concerned. So, moving on to my diet. So, I'm actually like um, chuckling at this because I looked back at, previous videos, previous, intentions, even things I may have written down in a journal from years back. And I seemingly struggle with my diet. I'm still vegetarian, by the way, for those of you who might remember my vegan challenge and how I transitioned to being a full time vegetarian. Though, though 2022 was the first time I ate fish in 2 years while on vacation. And after that experience, I was just like, I'm not a vegetarian by force. Like, literally, nobody cares. Once in a while, I will be eating fish when I'm in places or environments where I'm unable to cook my own food, or I'm at a place where there just aren't good vegetarian options. I will not kill myself. I will eat fish. But I don't think I'm in the mood to eat white meat or red meat. That is not a boundary I want to cross anytime soon. So I am predominantly vegetarian, but still I have had terrible eating habits my entire life. And I say this at the beginning of every year and I laugh, but I honestly want to try again. I want to try again. So I got to a point where I was not eating home cooked food towards the end of last year. Like I got so lazy. Granted, my life was extremely stressful, work was a lot. Just like I would just come home and eat either leftovers that my maid had cooked, or maybe I wouldn't even eat her food anymore. I would order Matebeto food. So if you're Zambian, you know what Matebeto food is. But for people who aren't Zambian, like I'll just go to like my local neighborhood restaurant where they cook like traditional Zambian food, and I would eat that like literally daily. I would buy scones for breakfast or fritters. Like that was my life. Like I wasn't eating home cooked meals. And then I began to feel off. Like my body was now like screaming at me, like, do better. Like you're actually failing at life where your diet is concerned. And I just didn't feel well. I I was so sick in the third quarter. Like I was getting sick every 2 weeks. It didn't make sense. It was so ridiculous. And I was like, I need to eat home cooked meals. And it's not like I was eating unhealthy food. Like it was still vegetarian food. It was lots of vegetables and in shema. Sometimes it'd be chips, eggs, whatnot. But I noticed that even the vegetables, I would buy like a whole pack and then reheat it the next day. And you know how like when you cook vegetables at home and you're using cooking oil or whatever oil that you're using, it's like a bit watery. And I'm talking about vegetables like rape or Chinese, you know what I mean, like Chinese cabbage and stuff like that. Even as you are reheating it, like when it's cold, like it's slightly watery. You guys, I think that material place cooks their vegetables in lard or animal fat because it would be solid the next day in the fridge. Like some of you know what picture I'm trying to paint here. And that's what I was consuming literally on a daily basis. Like I was eating that. Even though it was vegetables. Like it was, yeah, like it wasn't cute. And I told myself I need to force myself to meal prep. Now, in the past, when I've meal prepped, I've overdone it where I prepare the same thing and then it should last me like 5 lunches or 5 dinners. And then by the third day, I wouldn't like what I'm eating. Like my taste buds would just get tired of eating the same food. So even as I am meal prepping now, what I will cook will only last me 2 days, so like 2 lunches, and I won't be eating the same thing at lunch and at supper. If I meal prep, it's for 2 lunches. It's for, yeah. So every so it's for 2 lunches, and then maybe like another dish for like another 2 lunches. Supper is something else. And then I'm someone who doesn't even eat supper that much, but I want to eat something. Before, I'd either have snacks or fruit and yogurt. I want to, move away from eating snacks for supper and eat something. It could be a light sandwich. It could be, I love chapati, like chapati or pita bread with some sort of filling. I can still do fruit and yogurt, but you catch my drift. I need to eat something. And then if you're interested, actually, I think I will leave a full description of the meal prep ideas that I have in the description box. I won't make it a comment. Okay, just go to my description box and I will list my meal prep ideas of what I want to eat. And I'm happy to report. So today is the 15th of January. And honestly, like I'm patting myself on the back. I've been very, very disciplined. I told myself I can have one day out of the week where I buy food that I haven't cooked, like it's perfectly fine. But the rest of the time, I need to be eating home cooked meals. And yeah, like it's been working. It's honestly been working. And even like my body, my skin, like it's feeling better. You guys, it got to a point where I began looking pale during the whole being sick and just not eating good food. Like it was tasty, but it wasn't good for me. And you know how it is when black people start looking pale, like we look gray, like it's not a good look. But now I feel like, like I'm beginning to get a glow, even just like my body and everything. Like I feel better. Before I was just bloated and whatnot. Like I'm beginning to feel better, and I love that for myself. So that's what I want to intentionally do. I know I always crash and burn in the cold season. The cold season is just full of comfort food that isn't good for me. But at least between now and June, because our winter here is in June, at least I'm going to try and eat okay and actually cook my food. And I've gotten into the groove of things and I'm enjoying it. So yeah, that's that about food. So now, when it comes to school, like I'm even sitting back when it comes to school. So this is one aspect of my life that I will be very transparent with. Like I have failed miserably. I could do a whole video of that. In fact, I have done a video about failing college in the past, but that was college. I eventually went back to university X number of years ago when the pandemic hit. Actually, something happened at the beginning of 2020, which was tragic to me. And I was traumatized and I was in no mental space. Okay, it was the like loss of a loved one, like literally in January of 2020. And I took that semester off. Like I wasn't in a mental space to go back to school. And then the next semester came. I could have gone back. I didn't. 2021, I was like, fine, let me go back to school. And literally from the beginning of 2021 up until the end of 2022, I feel like I've just been donating school fees to my university. Like I have struggled with school. It's so embarrassing to even talk about. And I'm only left with my dissertation. Like I literally finished my written exams in 2019. I could have finished my degree. And it's not even a PhD, you guys. It's a first degree. I just get overwhelmed with so much fear and anxiety, which is inexplicable. Like it's crippling anxiety that just immobilizes me from doing anything. I know, I know I sound ridiculous, but unless you've experienced it, you wouldn't know. If someone else was telling me this and I had never experienced it, I'll just think they're being ridiculous. But the pressure that I just feel, like all of that, like I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of it. And I'm also tired of donating money because I literally do pay my school fees every single semester. I've done it for 4 semesters, 2 years. And I'm just like, no, like I can't do this anymore. If I'm not in a headspace, and this is the thing, like people are always like, just pay. Maybe the motivation will come, as opposed to you not registering and then midway, like, oh my gosh, maybe if I had, I would have, submitted my report. But I'm like, it hasn't worked. The past 4 semesters, it hasn't worked. I don't know where I'm going to find the motivation and the willpower to do it. But I'm just like, I'm better off not having the pressure of a deadline, because even that adds on. I don't know what's wrong with me, you guys. I've prayed about it, etc. whatnot. It's just like a lot of weird PTSD that is, anyways. But I have decided that this year, in as much as it is extremely embarrassing at my big age to not have finished my degree, one that I've been paying for myself and registering for, I'm like, maybe let me try a new approach, and that is just work on it, find a new topic, find a new interest, do all the research and prerequisite, uh, work that needs to be done, because at this point, you know what is expected of you. Like, just do it without the pressure of a deadline, without the pressure of a supervisor checking up on you, yelling at you, telling you off, like without any pressure. Maybe do it on your own and see if that works, and then register for it later on when you already have everything set, like you've already done the work. Because yeah, like it just hasn't been things, like it honestly hasn't been things. And yeah, I don't want to live like that anymore. And as soon as I give up, like, do you know what, like I'll be going through the semester where I have so much pressure, I'm losing weight, I feel like I'm growing an ulcer. And as soon as I give up, I'm just like it's like a weight lifted off of my shoulder. Like I'm at so much peace, or at least a lot more peace. That like no, like I don't like that feeling that school gives me. And again, people are just like, everybody goes through it. Like there's kids who are 18 or 19 going through it and they get through it. Bless them. In fact, if you do it, like more power to you. But like I failed. I have failed, and I just I don't want to deal with that anymore. And me trying this new approach of just doing it as if I'm researching on something that I love, I think it might work. I hope it works. I pray it works, because I am actually somebody who loves to learn. I have such a long attention span. I can read and read and read and read on things, but I don't know what happens once there's the pressure of an assessment. I don't know. I just crash and burn. But anyways, that's that about school. I still wanted to add it into this video because I know, someone might relate to this. I have very few subscribers who remember that video I did about failing college, and you could relate to that. And I know I've never spoken about that. First of all, like I won't even tell you what year that was, because it's been many, many years and I should have finished my degree by now, but here we are. Here we are. So yeah. Yeah, that's that about school. Okay, the rain has gone again. Let's try this. Let's try this with my phone's audio. So the last section is my personal life. And honestly, like, I am in a good place. I'm actually in a good place. I don't want to jinx it or anything. I am in a good place. And I don't want to mess with that. I just want peace in 2023. I feel like I've found a really good balance with nurturing my friendships, with nurturing the relationships with my family members, like my relatives. I'm in a good place. I'm in a good place. It's not like the most lavish life, but I am so grateful for what I have. And I'm in a good place. I remember chatting with my sister, like on New Year's Eve, like one of my sisters, and I was telling about how I had been thinking that next year I need to put myself out there. Like I'm too comfortable with the way I live my life, and I'm a homebody, but I want to just eat out, go to places, and just try and have a more active social life. And me and her sat down, like we looked at really nice places in the city that she goes to. I even wrote them down. It's like I'm writing them down so that I follow through with this. And then she was laughing at me because she knows me, and she's like, anyways, we shall see, because she knows how much of a homebody I am, and I'm here to report that I honestly don't think I will like pull through with those plans. Like now that I'm in 2023, like now that I'm just like like I've breathed in the air of 2023, and I'm just like, you know what, it's not that serious. It's not that serious. And if I'm okay and I'm happy and I'm comfortable with being a homebody, like why, you know, fix something that isn't broken. My plan was like, at least at first I was like every single month I would do something, then it became every 2 months. Now I'm just like, when I feel inspired, I will go. Like I won't put myself on a schedule. I told like if I'm home every weekend, like 50 weekends out of the year, I wouldn't be mad at myself. I love my own company. I am at peace. I am happy. I still get to talk and chat with my loved ones. Of course, I like when there's birthdays, weddings, stuff like that, I do go out, I meet with them, and that's more than enough. And I come back and recharge. Like sometimes that's more than enough. Like, yeah. And this is okay, if my sister is watching this, like I'm sure she's laughing. Like she's laughing and she's like, I told you you're not going to pull through with it. But yeah, sometimes it's okay. Like if you're in a good place. If you're in a good place, like it's fine. You don't have to force going out, because you end up, you know, going out. And when I say going out, I don't mean out like nightlife type of thing, because that's not really my vibe. Like you could be going out to museums, picnics, food markets, stuff like that. Like even there, like you might just put yourself in situations that will annoy you, and you'll be like, this is why I stay at home. So yeah, I'm not going to force anything unless an event comes up and, you know, it just aligns with the universe or whatever. Then I'll be there, but I'm not going to force myself. In fact, what I want to do is just create a more comfortable environment for myself at home, you know, eat good food, just do stuff, you know, that makes me happy in my happy place. So yeah, that's the first thing about my personal goals or intentions for the year. And with regards to my yeah, like stuff that I want to do for myself personally, like my goals or intentions for the year, honestly, where travel or excursions are concerned, because I love to have a like, and this is the thing, once I do get out of the house, if I have plans to go somewhere, I want to have a good time, and then I come straight back home. 2020, 2021, like you know how it was, I didn't go anywhere. I'd have loved to go abroad. I didn't. I waited. I went last year, and I'm not rich. Like I only have enough money for maybe one excursion in a year. And even these excursions, like it's not like I can do it every year. Like I have to, you know, prioritize certain things. Like some, so like I remember 2020 went towards a car, which didn't even work out. If you saw that story time, 2021 I went towards home renovations for a house that I own. 2022 I took myself on vacation. Like 2022 was a year of enjoyment, and I had a good time. 2023 is a year of home improvement in the rented property that I live in. Though I'm saying property, it's a flat. So I want to focus on just getting some new furniture for myself. I might vlog it, I might not vlog it. And like I said, I'm not rich. Furniture is very expensive. But I do want to update, like especially like my living room set, even just some bedroom items, some kitchen appliances. Like my mom has been begging me to either reupholster my sofas or just give them away. Like these are sofas me and my brother sat in the early 2000s. Like I'm talking like 2001, 2002. Like these are 20-year-old sofas, and I'm almost 31. Like these are old. Like I inherited them when I moved out to my parents' house, and they're supposed to be like just like a temporary thing until I could buy my own furniture. But here I am, like literally almost 9 years later. Yeah. So I really want to focus, like the small disposable income that I have, to do something for myself or put into projects. Like I want to just buy some home furniture for myself. So yeah, that's what I want to do personally. In terms of excursions, like I said, like I don't have enough money to go around. I want to be content, and I'm already in a mind space where if I don't do even a staycation locally, I will be okay with it. And I loved a video that my friend put up. It was, I've forgotten what the title was, but her name's Taboka. I will leave a link to that video. I think it was about being on a no buy challenge and how you can do a no buy challenge, but I loved how she put it. And then her word on being content. And doggy, stop making noise. You're making noise. Her word on being content was just like, I'm saying something really nice right now. Okay, it's a valid point. Please stop making noise. It was about being content. And I was just like it was spoken to me. Like, even if I don't do any holiday, even just like a local holiday, I will be content because I will find other things to make me happy. This is the only thing that makes her shut up when I shame her on camera. No, you don't want to make noise. So yeah, I will leave a link in the description box to that video, but I loved it. And point is, also being content, being realistic in my goals. I can't do everything, but I want to do some things and just have a good time. So like my cat has completely thrown off the vibe. I was trying to do something, but anyways, I will end here with regards to my new intentions and conclude, like I said, with my plans for this channel. Honestly, get ready for a lot of introspective content in 2023. I will not be doing that many vlogs. I will not be doing that many hair videos because I just don't feel like forcing content. I would have to force myself to make content just for the sake of making content, not because it's something that I'm actually doing. Whatever I'll be doing to my hair, I've already posted on my channel before, unless it's something new or something that just something I'm inspired to do, then you will see it. But prepare yourselves for a lot of sit down talking videos that are introspective. I will talk about work, I will talk about just life, money, friendships, relationships, health, everything. It's going to be a very, very introspective channel, and I won't come to you from the point of an expert. It will just be me sharing my life experience as a 30-something-year-old woman. So brace yourselves for that. And if you're watching this and you're a subscriber and it's something that you don't want to sign up for, I honestly respect you unsubscribing. Like, I'm telling you right now, I don't want to lie to you or anything. And I think it's better for both of us. Like, if you aren't like a fan of introspective videos, like, feel free to unsubscribe so that I can also know, you know, I want subbies who actually, you know, want to watch the content that I put out. So yeah, I just thought I should be honest with you about where we're going in 2023. Of course, once in a while I might post a hair video, once in a while I might post a blog, but it's going to be lots of sit down videos this year. Hello podcasts. But yeah, thank you so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.